war. The Cato Institute has issued what I think is a very reasoned approach towards getting out of Afghanistan. We need to look for allies across the boards here, and we have to get away from the old thinking that pigeonholes any of us into left, right, liberal, conservative. We're all Americans. We ought to be talking about what's best for America without regard to which particular place we stand on a political spectrum. Sooner or later, we all meet in a place of concern about whether we can afford these continued military adventures and whether or not it's time for us to start focusing on taking care of things here at home. This deficit is a real issue, Amy. We keep building it for war on Wall Street while the interior of the United States is falling apart. And I think that it's good that we can broaden the coalition. I also want to say every war has kind of a headlong forward momentum. It's very difficult to stop a war once it starts. And the forces of war don't burn themselves out that quickly. War desires to be served and to be fed, more bodies and more money. And we have to realize that it's Congress that can put an end to the war, not the president. He's not going to do that. The president had made his statement. He's accelerating the war. You can't be in and out at the same time. But Congress has the constitutional responsibility under Article 1, Section 8 to either start or end a war with its funding power. We have to put the pressure on Congress here to say vote against any more funding. Congress failed the test in October. They voted to authorize $130 billion more. But there'll be more requests for appropriations. There'll be requests for supplemental spending. And we need to rally the American people to say, let's look at our priorities. Let's get our priorities straight. Let's create jobs. You can't have guns and butter at the same time in this country. We can't afford both anymore. We have to start focusing on what's the real security in America. Should be economic security. Should be the security of a job. Because joblessness is a weapon of mass destruction in case anyone has forgot about it. So is poverty. And we have more Americans moving into poverty as a result of the misplaced priorities of our country.
Congressman Kucinich, I want to thank you for being with us. Congressman Kucinich ran for president against, then Senator Obama. Congressman Kucinich represents the Cleveland area of Ohio. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. When we come back, we speak with a Vietnam vet turned professor who lost his son in Iraq. We'll be speaking with Andrew Bacevich. Stay with us.
Decorated general with a heart of gold, that likened him to all the stories he told of past battles won and lost and legends of old. A seasoned veteran in his own time, on the battlefield he gained respectful fame, with many medals of bravery and stripes to his name. He grew a beard as soon as he could to cover the scars on his face, and always urged his men on. But on the eve of a great battle with the infantry and dream, the old general tossed in his sleep and wrestled with its meaning. He awoke from the night to tell what he had seen, and walked slowly out of his tent. All the men held tall with their chests in the air, with the courage in their blood and a fire in their stare. And it was a gray morning and they all wondered how they would fare, till the old general told them to go home. He said, I have seen the others, and I have discovered that this fight is not worth fighting. And I've seen their mothers, and I will know other to follow me where I'm going. So take a shower and shine your shoes. You got no time to lose.
The General by Dispatch here on Democracy Now!, democracynow.org.